Palm City, a city of sun, sand, and speed. Nestled along the coast, it's a place where the golden rays of the sun kiss the ocean waves, creating a paradise for those who seek both relaxation and thrill. Palm trees swayed in the ocean breeze, their leaves whispering secrets of the sea to those who would listen. These iconic trees stand as silent sentinels, watching over the city's bustling life. Gleaming skyscrapers reflected the California sun, their glass facades shimmering like jewels. These towering structures are a testament to human ambition and the relentless pursuit of progress. But the city's heart throbbed with a different kind of energy. The roar of engines, the screech of tires. Here the streets are alive with the sound of horsepower, a symphony of speed that echoes through the urban canyons. This was a city built on speed. From dawn till dusk, and even into the night, the roads are a playground for those who crave the rush of adrenaline. Social groups revolved around souped-up cars and daring drivers. These enthusiasts gather in secret locations, sharing stories of their latest modifications and planning their next big race. Each group a pack of wolves vying for dominance on the asphalt. Rivalries are fierce and the competition is relentless. Every race is a battle for supremacy. Their turf? The entire city. From the winding coastal roads to the grid-like streets of downtown, every inch of asphalt is a potential racetrack. Every stoplight, every freeway on-ramp, a potential starting line. The thrill of the chase is ever present, and the city's layout offers endless opportunities for high-speed pursuits. But beneath the glamour and adrenaline, there was a darkness, a ruthlessness. The stakes are high, and the consequences of failure can be severe. In Palm City, you played by the rules of the road, or you made your own. But either way, you had to be prepared for the risks. Or you paid the price. The aftermath of a race gone wrong can be devastating, with twisted metal and flashing lights serving as a stark reminder of the dangers that lurk beneath the surface of this high-octane paradise. Her name was Maya. She was new to Palm City. The constant smell of gasoline made her head spin. The sight of oil barrels stacked on street corners filled her with unease. Maya didn't understand the city's obsession with speed. She drove a vintage Volkswagen Beetle, a splash of pastel green in a sea of chrome and steel. It was her sanctuary, her escape from the city's relentless energy. One day, Maya made a mistake. A simple mistake. A wrong turn onto a street claimed by one of the racing groups. The street was deserted, bathed in the orange glow of the setting sun, but her presence did not go unnoticed. He emerged from the shadows, a figure as sleek and dangerous as the car he drove. They called him the Shadow of Gods. He was the leader of the Gods of Asphalt, the most notorious racing group in Palm City. His face was hidden behind a dark visor, his expression unreadable, but his voice, when he spoke, was laced with steel. He radiated an aura of power, of danger. He was the embodiment of Palm City's dark side. "This is our city," he said, his voice low and menacing. "You're trespassing." Maya's heart pounded. She'd never felt so intimidated. She tried to explain her mistake, but the Shadow of Gods cut her off. He wasn't interested in excuses. "You've insulted us," he said, his voice cold. "There's only one way to settle this. A race." Maya was stunned. She wasn't a racer. She didn't stand a chance against the Shadow of Gods. She tried to refuse, but he silenced her with a wave of his hand. "The rules are simple," he said. "One lap around the Palm City circuit. Winner takes the loser's car." Section 5. Preparing for battle. Maya had no choice. She couldn't back down, not now. The stakes were higher than ever before, and the pressure was mounting. Every fiber of her being screamed for her to fight, to stand her ground. The Shadow of Gods had made it personal. They had crossed a line, and Maya knew she had to respond. This wasn't just a race, it was a battle for her dignity, her pride, and her place in the world of street racing. It wasn't just about a wrong turn anymore. It was about respect, about survival. The streets of Palm City were unforgiving, and only the strongest could thrive. Maya had to prove she belonged, that she was a force to be reckoned with. Word of the race spread like wildfire through Palm City. Everyone was talking about it, from the seasoned racers to the curious onlookers. The anticipation was palpable, and the city buzzed with excitement and tension. The Gods of Asphalt were a force to be reckoned with. Their reputation was legendary, and their dominance on the streets was undisputed. They had never been challenged, never been beaten. No one dared challenge them. They ruled the night, their presence casting a long shadow over the city. But Maya was different. She had something to prove, and she wasn't afraid to take risks. And now, an outsider, a woman in a vintage Volkswagen, was about to do the unthinkable. She was ready to face the gods of asphalt head-on, to challenge their supremacy and carve out her own place in the racing world. Maya spent the next few days practicing. She pushed herself and her car to the limit, honing her skills and perfecting her techniques. Every drift, every turn, every acceleration was a step closer to her goal. She knew she couldn't match the Shadow of God's speed. Their cars were faster, their drivers more experienced. But Maya had something they didn't: determination and a deep understanding of her own vehicle, so she had to be smarter. She spent hours studying the city map, looking for shortcuts and hidden paths. She analyzed every possible route, every potential obstacle, and devised a strategy that played to her strengths. She had to use her knowledge of her car, of the city, to her advantage. Maya knew that the key to victory wasn't just speed, but precision and cunning. She was ready to take on the challenge, to face the gods of asphalt and emerge victorious. Section 6. The eve of the race. The night before the race, Maya could barely sleep. Her mind raced with images of the Shadow of Gods, of the roaring crowd, of her little Volkswagen Beetle struggling to keep up. She knew the odds were stacked against her, but she refused to give up. She had to prove that she wasn't afraid, that she wouldn't be bullied. As the sun began to rise, casting long shadows across the city, Maya climbed into her car. She took a deep breath and started the engine. The familiar purr of the engine calmed her nerves. It was time. Section 7. Start your engines. The Palm City circuit was a treacherous beast, a winding ribbon of asphalt that snaked its way through the heart of the city. It was a test of skill, of nerve, of sheer driving ability. The starting line was packed with spectators. The air crackled with anticipation. The roar of the crowd was deafening. Maya could feel the eyes of the city upon her. The Shadow of Gods, in his sleek black sports car, revved his engine, a challenge, a promise of the battle to come. Maya took a deep breath and gripped the steering wheel. This was it. Section 8. A city on hold. The starting gun fired, engines roared, tires screeched, the race was on. The Shadow of Gods took the lead immediately, his car a blur of black and chrome. Maya knew she couldn't keep up with his speed, so she focused on her own race. She took the corners smoothly, hugging the inside lane, squeezing every ounce of power from her little Beetle. The city held its breath. The race had become more than just a contest of speed. It was a clash of wills, a battle between David and Goliath. The crowd watched, mesmerized, as Maya refused to back down. You've earned my respect. Section 11. Life after the race. Maya's victory sent shockwaves through Palm City. The city, known for its relentless pace and fierce competition, had never seen anything like it. The gods of asphalt were no longer invincible. Their reign had been challenged, and the streets buzzed with the news of Maya's triumph. The balance of power had shifted. No longer was the race dominated by the same faces. A new era had begun. But for Maya, the race was about more than just winning a car. It was a personal journey, a test of her limits and her resolve. It was about finding her place in a new city. Palm City, with its towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, was now her home. It was about standing up for herself. In a world dominated by speed and power, Maya had shown that heart and determination could prevail. It was about proving that even in a city obsessed with speed, courage and determination could still win the day. Her victory was a testament to the power of perseverance. She continued to drive her little Volkswagen Beetle, a symbol of her victory, a reminder that even the smallest voice can be heard above the roar of the crowd. The Beetle, once underestimated, now stood as a beacon of hope, a reminder that even the smallest voice can be heard above the roar of the crowd. The streets of Palm City now echoed with stories of her bravery. She had faced her fear and emerged stronger. Each race, each challenge had molded her into a formidable force. She had found her place in Palm City. The city, once a maze of uncertainty, was now a canvas for her dreams. Maya's journey was far from over, but she knew one thing for sure: she belonged here.